I want to talk to coaches right now, right? Because at different levels, kids need to be held accountable, right? And I believe at all levels they need to be held accountable, but at the higher levels even more. But 12 and under, when you yell at a kid 12 and under on a baseball field, I promise you are not coaching him. You are humiliating him in front of his peers, right? You build him up, you break him down, you build him up again. That's how you coach, right? When your kid does something well, after the game, you're going over the game, and you want to have a little meeting, you praise the kids that do well in front of his teammates. But if somebody didn't do well or he made a bad error, don't bring it up in front of the team, man. Pull them aside, say, hey, buddy, man, good effort, man. Hey, that's just baseball, right? But I'm telling you right now, when you yell at kids 12 and under, I'm almost saying you should quit, right? Because I don't believe that you're coaching him, right? It's not about you, and no, you're not going to be the next timeless sort of coaching a 12U team, right? Make it fun. But I also realize that there's that age where we have to hold kids accountable. We have to get on them a little bit. But it's like I said, man, it's build them up, break them down, build them up again, right? I don't believe that age is at 10 or 8. I believe we need to keep it fun. It's like I've said, man, I promise you, USC is not panicking when your 9-year-old goes 0 for 3. Be that coach that players want to play for, man. Like, I had one coach, I'm not even going to tell you his name. If I didn't get 2 hits, he'd walk right through you the next day, right? You know what that told me? It's all about him, right? I played for one coach named Larry Parrish, one of the best coaches I ever played for. You know why? Because he worked with the crappiest guy on the team as hard as the best guy on the team. And that's the kind of coach you want to be, man. Work with everybody, man. You don't know who's going to, come through. I promise you, if you went back to my high school and said, pick out the big leaguer, you ain't picking me. I didn't even play. Right? 4'11", 90-pound freshman in high school, 3 at-bats, senior, 5'8", 140 pounds. I don't start. Right? I get cut in college, and I played in the big leagues and teaching Major League All-Stars now. Come on, this is why we need to keep kids playing. This is why we need to keep kids aggressive and wanting to play the game so they can get a chance to play when they get their man body. Right? I grew 9 inches in high school. I went from tiny to small. Thank God I grew another 4 inches when I was in college when I was 20. Who knows if that's not going to happen to your players, right? And getting more body strength. One more piece of advice for coaches, man, is these players are feeding off of your emotions, right? If you're a yeller and a screamer, bro, I promise you your kids will be playing with tension, anxiety, and pressure, right? Expect the unexpected as a coach, right? All of a sudden, a kid makes an error. Man, you can't be showing emotion, man. You got to build him up because he's going to feed off of what your emotions are. And the same thing with parents, right? If a kid sees the parent, especially 12U, go dropping their shoulders and dropping their head, how do you think that makes your kid feel? Come on, we got to build these kids up, man. I've always said, baseball is the biggest self-esteem destroying sport in the world. I don't need my parent, I don't need my coach, and I don't need my teammate to beat me up. The game's going to do it by itself, right? So let's build them up and have some fun. And you got something negative to say, man, bring them to the side and tell them, right? You build them up, you break them down, you build them up again. That's how you coach. And believe this, coaches, is players need to know that you care before they care what you know. Bank on that one.